Let's talk about everything happened on Friday, December 15th, 2023. First game is the Wizards. Look at that. The Wizards won last night. The Spurs won last night. Now it's up to Detroit. They lost 22 straight. They're about to make history. 4 or 5 more games. Great win for the Wizards. And no surprise, high scoring game. Tyrese Halliburton only played 27 minutes. I wonder why that is. Okay, this was a blowout. So he had 19 points, 11 assists. He was falling off quite a bit, I think, compared to beginning. But the assists are still coming in. Great. Efficiency dropped off maybe a little bit the last couple games. Not worried about him. And also the minutes is low here. Miles Turner only played 20 minutes. That's what happens. Obi Toppin got 26. Sometimes, the Wizards, they didn't have they got Daniel Gafford back. So I wonder why Miles Turner only got 20 while Daniel Gafford got 30. You're supposed to match their big man. But he had 3 blocks, 6 points. All right. Buddy Hield hit 3 threes, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Great game from him. And the rest of the Pacers squad, like Aaron Naismith, Benedict, these guys, if they have a back-to-back, same thing with TJ McConnell. Back-to-back, you can stream it. McConnell had 9 assists, which is amazing here. Isaiah Jackson played 20 minutes. Oh, I know why. Isaiah Jackson was out playing Miles Turner. That's why Turner only got 20. But most nights, Isaiah Jackson is not getting 20 minutes. He committed way too many fouls. But, every once in a while, he'll have games like this. But if Miles Turner is out, then Isaiah Jackson becomes real interesting. For the Washington Wizards, wow, Jordan Poole, one of his best games of the season, I would say. 30 points, 3 threes, 8 assists, and a steal. While Kyle Kuzma also put up 31 points, 5 rebounds. Okay. If Jordan Poole can do this a little bit more, there is hope. There is hope. While Tyus Jones, yes, they finally just start playing these guys more. Well, I guess also he played good. 29 minutes with a triple-double, 2 steals and 2 blocks. I'll be looking, to be honest, like, people don't care about Jordan Poole because people make fun of him. So nobody's really going to buy him at a reasonable price. But Tyus Jones, you might be able to get him. Do a 2-for-1. If let's say he does this for like 2 weeks straight, I would try to sell high on him. Because I don't trust their minutes management. Below the rookie now he's interesting. We got to look at him and think about picking him up. 6 for 9, 17 points with 2 steals and a block with 2 threes, 5 rebounds. 4 turnovers is kind of bad, but yeah, I would like to pick him up. His minutes is in the high 20s. Last week, like 29, 30. Who knows? Like, he might even get more minutes. Or this game, Tyus Jones got 20, 30, right? Maybe they turn Poole into a shooting guard, point guard sometimes, and Beal gets more minutes. Corey Kispert, he's just a 3-point specialist. Well, a great week for the Wizards. They were on a crazy 10-plus game losing streak. All right, for Detroit, well, this is just a shit show. Well, our third-round pick, or second-round pick, late second, early third, or late third pick, Kate Cunningham, 24 minutes, really bad, 4 points, still in a block. I would still buy low on him. I will buy low if my category league, I got a team that's high turnover, low field goal. Kate Cunningham is a prime guy that I'm going after. He's a prime guy. Minus 32. This is another problem is they get blown out so often that you don't get into competitive games all that often. So in the fourth quarter, sometimes maybe K just doesn't play, or he's not in takeover mode. A lot of the times, right, if it's a close game, the ball is gonna be in the best player's hands. But if you got down by 20, right, it's whatever. Whoever wants to take a shot, take a shot. Killian Hayes keeps starting. Well, Jaden Ivey actually got more minutes this game, but nobody played well. James Wiseman came off the bench, had the only guy who played decent. Maybe we could, if you're looking for points and rebounds and field goal, like he's a guy that we could stream while Jalen Brunson is out. He's been out for so long this year. Isaiah Stewart started 20 minutes. Bogdanovich, great game, 20 relatively speaking, 17 points and 2 threes. And Osar Thompson also disappointing. But it's just mainly the minutes. These guys are not able to get consistent 30 minutes because all the other, just things happen every game. Different things happen every game. For the Sixers, Embiid just continues to dominate. 35 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. Tyrese Maxey has fallen off quite a bit. Look at the assist numbers. Only 4 here, 2 steals, 19 points. But they're winning games. 14th ranked player. That sounds about right. Top 20 players. Tyrese Maxey just so efficient. Doesn't turn the ball over. A lot of assists. If he can get more defensive stats, he will be a beast. Melton played all right. Tobias Harris added 3 steals and a block. He's been playing better and better. This game only in 24 minutes. Not much to talk about. Another blowout. Need to see some close game. Well, the next one is close one. New Orleans Pelicans beat the Charlotte Hornets 112-107. And you can see, Zion played this game. You can see Herbert Jones' minutes has been dipping a little bit. And Trey Murphy only gets 25 minutes, with the full squad healthy. So it is a bit concerning, but you obviously hold Herbert Jones. I think the sell high window might be closed. With Zion playing and healthy, right? Sometimes, some of the other guys are not going to play as much. That's just what it is. So I think Herbert Jones still get 25 to 30 minutes a night. It's just like he's not getting 35. But if if one of the main guys is out, then yeah. Look at Brandon Ingram really struggling. Had 9 turnovers. Almost had not a triple-double. Because he had 8 points, 7 assists, and 9 turnovers. Really bad game from him. He'll bounce back. And Zion Williamson, 21 points and 11 rebounds with good field goal. So Zion is disappointing. I think in fantasy and in real life too. And he gets hurt way too often. But at least he's putting up a solid enough points and rebounds and field goal. Valanciunas, meanwhile, went off 29 points. You can just always count on Valanciunas to be good in fantasy for so many years now. 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Well, they played Valanciunas 37 minutes. Wow, is that a season high for him? And CJ McCollum did his thing. I guess you got to match up with Nick Richards. That is important. 7 for 7. He's the guy that we got to stream as long as Mark Williams is out. And Terry Rozier continues to be just absolutely amazing. Sell high, 30 points. LaMelo comes back. He's not going to do this. He's not going to put up 25 shots. 6 assists, 3 steals. Brandon Miller continues to be solid, And Miles Bridges is amazing. 27 points, 10 rebounds, 2 threes, right? And a steal. Also took 24 field goals for him, which is weird. Gordon Hayward, all these guys are playing really good in fantasy, at least, putting up numbers. Gordon Hayward had 9 points, a steal, and block, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Is not bad at all, right? All these guys are playing well. Let's see what happens when LaMelo comes back. Really, what are they going to do with the lineup? Because LaMelo Boy is the point guard. Are they going to... one of these guys is going to come off the bench. Miller, Bridges, or Hayward. Well, we'll see. Moving on to the next game, the Lakers. Okay, with LeBron lost to the Spurs. Okay, Spurs stopped their however many games. They finally stopped it, which is great. 4-20 now. LeBron, 23 points, minus 28. Horrible, but hit 14 assists. And Austin Reeves with no AD, with no D'Lo, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Also all right. Taurean Prince had 12 points, 11. That's the thing. Lakers, you have a bunch of guys that, how do you say, other than LeBron, Austin Reeves, D'Lo, and AD, the other guys, they're just 3-and-D guys. They don't really have much value, whether or not, as long as the minutes is there, they don't really, it doesn't impact their fantasy too much, because they don't really do anything else. Christian Wood, of course, he got 30 minutes, and Rui Hachimura got 34. Both put up some scoring, and a little bit defensive stats, which is great. Jackson Hayes started, but had 5 fouls in 20 minutes. Taurean Prince. Now the Lakers guys, to be honest, is that interesting fantasy-wise. Outside the 4 players that I mentioned just now. For the Spurs, great one. And Victor Wembanyama, you see why he's amazing. Now they're playing him at the center, and his numbers just now is off the roof. You play him at the center. First of all, he gets a lot of rebounds. He's a second round player, 22nd ranked player. Now his rebound average is going up to 11 per game, and his blocks has gone up as well, 2.9 blocks now, and he's getting 1.3 steals. He's going to be a top 5 player in the years to come. And surprisingly, he's been healthy, and the Spurs are not really resting him. I wonder if they're going to start doing that toward the end. Anything is possible with the Spurs organization. But obviously, really the sky is the limit for Victor Wembanyama. And you can see here, what is this line? Amazing. Keldon Johnson, 17.6 assists with 3 threes. And Devin Vassell, I guess, is really offensively carried them to a victory this game. 36 points with 5 threes, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. A steal and a block. Haim, Keldon Johnson, Victor Wembanyama, these guys are must roster. And Zach Collins, we could just drop him. Right? They realized that maybe it's best to play Victor Wembanyama at the center. So Zach Collins is not getting the minutes. Let's just drop him and see how things go. If he start getting close to 30, then we pick him back again. But we pick him back up again. But right now is not the moment. Moving on to the next one, the Atlanta Hawks beat the Toronto Raptors 125-104. Great stuff. Trey, 38 points, 11 assists with 5 rebounds and a steal. Pretty good stuff. 8 turnovers is not so good. And DeJounte Murray got 9 assists. You don't see that very often. Did his thing. And, wow, Okongwu. They started Okongwu and Capella together versus the Raptors. Okay, the Raptors kind of big. This is exciting things for Okongwu. But I just don't know how often they're gonna do this lineup. So that actually kind of unlocked both Capella and Okongwu. They have injuries going on. DeAndre Hunter is out, and also maybe different lineup. But I imagine the spacing is horrible, right? But Trey still had a decent game. I don't know how they make it work offensively, but defensively, right? Anybody goes into the paint, they got to deal with one of those guys, which could be pretty scary. So both guys also grabbed a lot of rebounds. So good for both guys. Sadiq Bey, I think it's probably just versus the Raptors, to be completely honest, because they score a lot of points in the paint. They really wanted to pack the paint defensively. 10 rebounds and 10 points for Sadiq Bey. All right, and Bogdanovic, another great game. Came off the bench with 20 points, 3 threes, and 6 assists. For the Raptors, Pirtle 7 for 7, but committed way too many fouls in his 25 minutes. OG and Dennis Schroeder both had a very, very bad game. Maybe this lineup change is really, Raptors just not sure what to do, without all that spacing. Pascal Siakam played okay, but not amazing, while Scotty Barnes continued to be amazing. 23 points, 8 assists, with a steal and 2 blocks. Just to look at the free throw, 4 for 8. Otherwise, Scotty is fine. I think he's not maintaining the crazy block numbers he was maintaining on the season. Wow. He's the 12th ranked player on the season. He's not blocking 2 blocks a game, but 1.2. But yeah, just completely. This is why we were so high on Scotty. It's now this season he's kind of putting everything together, and that's despite shooting 73% from the free throw line. Just amazing year from Scotty, and he's getting drafted late too. 5.7 assists is also fairly impressive for this young man. All right, moving to the next one. The Magic has lost a few games. I feel like they are They are still 7-3 in their last 10, but now they're the 4th seed, top of the East. Yeah, Jalen Suggs is a must roster. He only played just 26 minutes, but hit 5 threes, 19 points, and a block. And we have Anthony Black getting 28. The Magic strategy is a lot of these guards, they're just getting high 20 minutes, right? But they come in, they have pretty good usage and stuff. Pablo Banchero had 14 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds, and a block. It's not too bad. Fred Wagner, the turnover numbers is just insane for these guys. 6 turnover, 5 turnover, 3 steals. Otherwise, it's a great game. 3 steals. When you're adding 3 steals, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, can't complain too much. And Cole Anthony only 20 minutes. 20 minutes is not enough for us to have him. I I would wait. Like if he ever gets close to 30, that will pick up Cole Anthony because he put up numbers. Him and Jalen Suggs have been putting up numbers, and where's Markelle Fultz? With the return of Markelle Fultz, it's going to impact them, but Jalen Suggs, I feel like, doesn't even need 30 minutes to give you output because he's been getting so many defensive stats. A little bit assists, a little bit threes, a little bit points. I think it's still valuable in fantasy category leagues, especially. We look at the Celtics. Everybody ate. Well, Porzingis now, started missing some games, which is kind of expected. And they started Lamar Stevens at the center. Is he even a center? Plays just 14 minutes. They just went small. Horford also didn't. Yeah, really weird. Lineman, I guess whatever works. Celtics still find a way. Easy. They actually blew them out. Derrick White, oh my God. Amazing game. 3 threes, 8 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, and a block. Derrick White continues to be made. Derrick White is outplaying Jrue Holiday in fantasy. There is no question. Jrue Holiday just 6 points, right? 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Jrue Holiday has been disappointing, which is, we kind of all expected it coming into this team because he's not going to get the shots. He's not going to get the assist, right? It's a matter of his defensive stats can go up. And not only did it go up, it kind of dipped, especially the steal numbers. Jason Tatum did his thing, and Jalen Brown also, just mediocre game, kind of from both guys when you don't have the defensive stats. Moving on to the next game, the Rockets. Well, this is a young team. This young team is good. We look at the Rockets, Houston Rockets. They are, 5th seed. They won 5 straight. I think this year, obviously, they got Dylan Brooks. What other new players? Well, they got rid of our friend Kevin Porter Jr. But I think coaching really coaching matters. I think also Dylan Brooks is showing why he's actually valuable for a franchise. Despite all the antics, he played 40 minutes here. Revenge game versus the Grizzlies. 26 points, 3 threes, a steal. Amazing. Jabari Smith, 1 for 9, but that's okay. He threw out 12 rebounds and a block. And we got to talk about Jalen Green. 28 minutes. He's not even getting over 30. 28 minutes. He is droppable 100% in category leagues because last week, I'm sure there'll be some games he plays good. But I don't know if it's going to happen. Like, if you 10 games, how many good games is he going to have? Maybe in a month's time, he could just really go up. But right now is not the time. And he's not really giving you anything. Well, he hit 3 threes here. Usually it's just give you 18, 19 points and just empty everything else and hurting you in many different categories. So I would drop him. If he starts playing better, if the minutes are up, down, I'll consider picking him up again if he's still out there on the waiver wire. But right now, he's droppable, 100%. Fred VanVleet, wow, huge game from Fred VanVleet. This is why we need Fred VanVleet to do these. VanVleet is, after this huge game, his rankings went up a lot. Well, not a lot, 44th ranked player. You expect him to be top 30, top 35. He's drafted in the 3rd round. But now, not so far off, to be honest, because the defensive stats, beginning of the season, he's averaging 0.8 steals. Now the steals is 1.1. If that get up to 1.5, 1.6, which, he did in the last 4 seasons, then he's a top 30 player, which is good enough for fantasy owners, I think. 4 steals and 2 blocks, amazing game. And Pro Shangun also provided 2 steals and 3 blocks. Well, this game also gets the young Grizzlies who don't even have a real point guard at the moment. Well, I guess Derrick Rose. Speaking of Shangun, amazing game as well. Just provide every category you can, and 7% from the free throw line, which doesn't really happen all that often. And Dylan Brooks obviously played well. We already talked about him. And, the Grizzlies team, they need Marcus Smart and Ja Morant back bad. Especially Ja. They need to pick up some wins. Otherwise, this team is just they can't win any games. They're 14th seed in the West. Right? They're 6-7 games out. This season, Ja can really have that redemption arc. Suspended for 25 games. Admit to his mistake. Just stupid. Like, this is just really stupid. Like, just flashing a gun on IG. Like, it's not like Draymond Green. I think what Draymond did is more severe. Like, Draymond actually got some issues going on. Ja is just being stupid. So I think he could have a really nice redemption arc. Suspended for 25 games, come back for Christmas, around Christmas week, and then lead their team to the playoffs, and then have a deep run, and people have different perceptions about him. Especially his team is struggling, and he comes back and they start winning. Anyway, D-Rose played 8 minutes. I thought we could stream D-Rose, but not really. We can't trust anybody on the Grizzlies right now. While they started Vince Williams Jr., can we trust him? Not really. Next game he may just do nothing. Bismack Biyombo we could trust, actually. If you're looking for rebound and blocks, he got 32 minutes. He may not get 32 minutes every game, but 10 points, 9 rebounds, and a block is good enough. Desmond Bane, he just get a lot of shots. Same thing with Jaren Jackson Jr. with all of them out. Jaren Jackson have 4 blocks, that's good, but 8 for 23 is not ideal. Missed all his threes. They need Ja Morant back really bad. Moving on to the next one. The Phoenix Suns, damn, I don't know what to say. They lost to the Knicks at home by whatever points. And they have nobody. Defensively, they have nobody that could stop Jalen Brunson. He also had a good night. 50 points, 9 assists, 5 steals. Amazing game from Jalen Brunson. And Julius Randle also had a good game. Everybody, when they played the Suns, like the star players, right? They all just get to eat. So this is a huge issue for the Suns. And they lost again, right? They are the 10th seed, and the Warriors are 11th seed, which is kind of funny. RJ Barrett also could not miss a free throw here. And even though they started Dante DiVincenzo, I wouldn't actually stream him even. Just the minutes is not there. And Isaiah Hartenstein is a must roster. They don't start him, but they give him more minutes because he's playing better. A steal and 3 blocks, 8 rebounds, must roster until Mitchell Robinson comes back. And we have Josh Hart come off the bench 29. Just didn't do anything. I would still stream Josh Hart because he will have good games. It's just unlucky. Like this week, he's not really doing anything. The last 2 games. For the Phoenix Suns, oh boy, Bradley Beal, what is wrong with this bro? This gotta be a joke, Beal. He's not ranked inside 200. Like, he's a guy that's getting drafted like 50, 60 spot. Like, we know he's injury prone. But the funny thing is, last year he was injured a lot. But the year before, he had like a 2 or 3 season stretch where he barely missed any games. Like, he made a point to play a lot of games. I remember there's one game later in the season. The Wizards, obviously they're not competitive. The coach is like, no, you should you should probably rest or whatever. He was like, no, I'm gonna play. I want to get rid of the narrative that I am injury prone. And this year on the biggest stage, right? Because Phoenix, they're a good team, getting a lot of media exposure. The guy just being hurt 90% of the season, no good. Devin Booker 20 points, but he was a minus 18, and 9 assists is decent. KD had 29 points as well, but both star players offensively, they're good. They need some defensive stoppers, and Yusuf Nurkic is not exactly a defensive stopper, but he had a great game, 12 rebounds and a steal. Like, these are great numbers. But it just defensively, they need some guys. They don't got any. Look at the starting lineup. Grayson Allen, I don't think he's a defensive stopper, right? But he can shoot threes. Nassar Little, Jordan Goodwin, Utah Watanabe. Suns got some huge issues. They need to make something happen at the trade deadline. Otherwise, defensively, they are just not there. Not even close. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.